Hey there guys, this is Dom here from the Remote Sales Pathway team, and this is a video that you should watch if you genuinely want to improve. Because let's be real, improvement comes through practice, through implementation, and constantly auditing yourself, getting feedback from your mentors, from people above you like your managers, and of course, we can easily get feedback from our managers, from our mentors, but how do we actually get feedback for ourselves? How do we properly audit ourselves? And how do we do it in a way where it's not just half-assed, but it's an actual way that benefits us a lot? I've personally collected about $2 million cash collected, and I've closed for names like Iman Gadi. And of course, learning from others is the thing that helped me move the needle the furthest. But another thing that truly helped me in my journey was just constantly reviewing calls, really deeply reviewing my calls with intent. So in this video, I'll teach you how to do the same. So if you want to genuinely improve in 2026, stick around and let's get into the juice. All right, so let's get into it. Well, of course, I said this is how you guys will be reviewing your own calls, right? And we want to make sure that we're not half-assing the review, because what a lot of people like to do is just like this, like blatantly just like watch.
I'm doing phenomenal. How are you today? Good, thanks. Just trying to get over a cold. You get sick?
Yep. To it,
yeah, sadly.
Speed, not even really taking in, not even really listening to what you said, like what the prospect said, just half-assing the overall call review, right? And a lot of people like to do that. And that's not what I'm looking to teach here in this video. So let me just show you exactly what I actually do to review my calls. And for example, I'll take one of my students' call with which is Louis. I have no idea how this call went. I know that the person wanted to complete a $3,000 payment, but he's yet to complete that. So I'm not going to review the full call. I just want to teach you the whole principle, right? That will help you improve. So what I do first, of course, record all of your calls with Fathom. That's a really important thing. It's a free application and you can easily just allow Fathom to join your calls, whether you're taking meetings through Zoom or like even Google Meet. That's a really easy thing. So what you do here is you copy the transcript. You click copy transcript, and of course, if you just paste the whole transcript, it's just not going to be smooth. It's not going to be laid out in a manner where you can like easily review it. So that's why for this specifically, I don't really use Google Gemini, I use like Claude. But for this specifically, I use Gemini because I don't know why. For me, I've tested like all the AIs. It seemed to structure everything the best for me. So this is like a really simple prompt in a way where it's not a lot of things written, just a really simple one, nothing too advanced. Like, hey, I'll paste the transcript of a call recording and I don't want you to change wording, but leave the names and what the person said. Make it look like a dialogue that is easy to edit. That's it. Because sometimes they'll put like time, name, email, like all those things. And then what we do is we just paste the transcript. All of the actual transcript has been uploaded here, right? Then we just submit. And now we have to wait for Gemini to lay this out nicely. So as you can see here, it's laying everything out, still showing a lot of the actual timestamps. If you don't like them, you can remove them, which I typically don't really look at the timestamps. So I just personally remove them. So what we do here then, at the bottom, we go over here. So then create a Google Doc, which you should like store all of your Google Docs or even a Notion. I typically do on Notion. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna just do it in Google Docs. And over here, you just paste the actual transcript. Now, I don't go through the pitch. I just check the pitch verbally, not through like a transcription. So I don't really do that. So I delete that. Then I always like to look at the beginning part of the call too, but nonetheless, it's not an issue if you don't really look at it. So yeah, this is how it all should look. Legit, laid out in a simple, nice little dialogue that we can easily actually review, right? So now, how do we review things? Okay, yeah, are we just reading it instead of listening to it? No, that's not the whole point. Let me go down to this document and let me break down the actual like logic behind it. So once you have everything written in text, you can easily edit things, write down how you could have said things better and all those kind of things, which will really help you improve quite a bit, and you can easily notice your leaks. So what I do, every single thing that Louis says, I rate it on a scale. If it's red, red means that it was bad route, bad wording. Like it's either or, right? It's either bad route, bad wording, bad question, or like useless question, right? That's red. That's like where we went wrong. That's something that needs to be completely like fixed up. Then we got yellow. And yellow is basically maybe it could have been worded better. Or maybe they're like good route, but there's a stronger option. Maybe it's something like, okay, didn't 100% nail down the summary. Like things like that at the end. This is yellow. Let me just change this to yellow. And then we got the last one is green. So green, it means that everything that the closer said, it was either like good, it was like a strong question, good route. Like it mainly has to tick like all the boxes, because like at the end of the day, you're never going to find something that's 100% perfect. But imagine green as something that's a good candidate to be set as perfect, right? And what we do with every line that I read from the closer, that's where I just mark it either red, yellow, or green. And down below in brackets, I write down why did I give it that rating, and if it's anything below green, why I would like how I would actually change it. So let's get into it. Right. Let me just show you a little example here. Let's say in the beginning, right? You can really just the main thing you wouldn't be checking the report. Like you don't really care about that, right? So that's where what you have to do is you have to go straight for the frame. Where I see here, okay, shoot, Louis just asked that one of our setters actually spoke with him, and that's where James just started like rambling. Let's see if there's anything in the actual ramble. So I mean, the call was fine. I wasn't expecting it when I filled it out, so it caught me a little off guard. But the takeaways are, I'm kind of essentially, I'm looking for a program. I mean, I am very heavily IT focused. We've been in IT and telecom and internet for December. Will be 30 years. Okay, now what I do here is I sometimes like to also put comments on the things that I should remember. So I highlight this. Okay, has been in IT for 30 years. Like this is what I would be noting down from the actual ramble that the prospect gave. Yeah, so I'm kind of just like reading through it and I'm seeing a potential thing could be, okay, he is looking for side income, potentially. Of course, we'll ask him about this, looking for potential side income, right? So we note that down. We remember that. Like this is exactly how I would be noting down things when a prospect said something. I would also note that down. Basically, like get out of the existing ecosystem. Those would be like the main things that I would have noted down from this. Now, what's my next logical question? Okay, so Louis over here said like, and what's like even wanting you to exit your ecosystem in the first place? Like you mentioned 90% of the profit margin. If I had a business with 90% profit margin, I would just double down completely on that. While this is, I think, something that I think it's a decent route to go at the end of the day, but we don't really know if like this is the biggest thing. I'll be honest, right? What I would do, because it's always really, really important to ask an opening question, and also Louis didn't even like set the frame yet, and they're already going into like questions. What in an ideal world I would have like appreciated the context And I would say, like, with that being said, I do know that we have a limited amount of time, so you ready to jump in? Then the person would have said yes. It would have set the frame, and after the frame, let's say that this is after the frame, right? I will put down a note. I would have set a frame. And question after the frame, I would mark this as yellow. Because I think it's like kind of going in the right direction. Louis did pick up on some actual things here, but what I would have done is I would refer back to the notes that I took in that actual ramble, and I would clarify. I wouldn't dig into, like, I wouldn't jump on those things too quickly. So what did I say? Okay. So James, you did give me quite a bit of context. You've been in IT for the past 30 years now. And with YouTube automation, you're looking for some of that. You're looking for potential side income and getting out of the existing ecosystem. But just to make sure, once again, in your own opinion, what would you say is the biggest reason you're looking to start your own YouTube automation business right now? This is what I would ask. I would genuinely ask this. I would say, okay, so give me all this context. You have this and this and this. But like, just to make sure that we are on the same page here, like, what would you say is the biggest reason that you're looking to start your own YouTube automation business right now? And the person, like, it would clarify it, and then I would start digging deeper into it, right? And imagine going through this whole process line by line. And I'm not even joking. If you don't want to improve, if you can't even do this without getting distracted, without like actually enjoying it, you probably won't go far in sales. I will be honest, because sales right now, the bar is so low because people don't want to put in the work. I will be completely honest, like, people don't want to put in the work. And this is the work necessary to actually reach those better results at the end of the day, right? I did this every single day for 2 months in a row. Every single day, reviewing a call like this, at least one a day. Sometimes I did a couple. So like this is like actual dedication, right? So now, just to kind of move the ball forward here, of course, I would go through everything line by line. Even like things that Louis said that are really like long, I would just make them shorter, right? I would generally make them shorter. And once I go through everything, that's where I write down main takeaways. After reviewing the call, you have to write down actual main takeaways. And believe me, this is a process that works either if you're a setter or if you're a closer, it doesn't even matter. You write down main takeaways and you write them down with actual like bullet points. Just nice main takeaways, reading through your comments, reading through like what kind of feedback you gave yourself, everything, right? So you read that, you note down the main takeaways, and that's where you have to pick out, okay, in my own opinion, what was I noticing the most throughout the actual call? And which parts of the call was I messing up the most? So now, out of these main takeaways that I have, which one should I drill in for this next upcoming week to make sure that I'm moving the ball forward? You pick one or a few biggest takeaways that you have to drill in. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to fix everything at once, it's just not gonna work. Pick legit the biggest one that is the biggest needle mover for you. Oh, I hold myself back from actually asking challenging questions. You figure out a way on how to change that. Go to your mentor, go to your sales manager, talk about this struggle and try to fix this up. Maybe it's digging deeper. Okay, for the next week, I'm going to focus on digging deeper. Throughout the week, you are reviewing your calls and checking, okay, am I actually digging deeper? Am I getting better at it? If you're not, take the next week even. Take as long as you need to actually perfect each little thing of the actual discovery, right? You can even like write down scenarios of like, okay, I need to dig deeper. Because, and why don't I do that? Well, I miss openings that people give me. Legit, even write down basically openings that I missed. For example, right? You just write down actual openings that you missed, and you just like get that shit ingrained in your head. And then you're like, one big thing that I'll say is train consciously but implement unconsciously. So train on mock calls, role plays, all those kind of things, but implement unconsciously on sales calls while being fully present with the prospect, because you should ingrain this stuff into your unconscious so much that you can just like, you don't even know how it happened. It just happened. It clicked for you and you got the right point, right? So this would be pretty much it, right? This would be the stuff that I wanted to share with all of you. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is just what I've been doing for the past year and a half now. And I'll be honest, this is the thing that really contributed to my growth in sales. So at the end of the day, if there are any more questions, please let me know in the comments down below. But if you enjoy this, you see that content like this, something that you resonate with, make sure to give your boy a little subscriber and a little like. So I'll see you in the next one.